let's sit this here. Stay. Alright, cool. And then I gotta share it. Let's go to YouTube. I apologize for the amount of yawning that I'm going to do. Oh, it's okay. No one's here yet. I can yawn all I want. Hi. Sorry, I'm just getting the live stream and sharing it places. My Leo is 10 months and is 39 grams. Is she small? Tiny bit, but not a lot. Typically, you want them to be between 40 and 60 grams in adulthood. Granted, some Leos are bigger and they'll need to be like 60 or 80 grams, but 10 months old isn't full grown. A year is closer to full grown, so it's a little small maybe, but it just depends. All geckos are shaped differently. Also, this is not sponsored by Cherry Buy, but you're gonna see me drinking it for sure. Hi everyone, how's your day? Have you had a pet rat? I have 2 pet rats. They're very old though. How's your day been? So I'm really tired honestly because I decided to jump rope this morning. I didn't think it would make me so tired. Guess again, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm hanging with my bestie. Oh, that's so much fun. I ain't seen my bestie in ages. Where can I buy the wire grids 9 squares across? Wait, what do you mean, what wire grids? How are the 2 babies doing? The fat tail and the leopard gecko. I'm so glad they're in good hands with you. Fat tail and the leopard gecko. Which 2 are you referring to? Are you referring to Rhaego and Obella? Or are you referring to Tyrion and Jamie? Do you have a favorite reptile? Like species or like personal pet? I have a question. How do I get my leopard gecko to trust me? I have 2 videos on my channel where I talk about how to get them to be comfortable with being handled and be comfortable with you. Both those videos would help. Oh! Wait a minute. Hey, just I haven't had the opportunity to say hello for a while at work's been up and down lately. Give Jackson big hugs. Oh, thank you so much, Dustin. Jackson is next to me. Do you want to come say hi? Come here. Come on. Yes, oh, Bella and Rhaego. They're doing swell, especially little Rhaego. Come here, Jackson. Come. Up, up. Here we go. Yeah, say hi, bud. Oh, he's gonna steal the show here. He's not gonna show you his face, though. He's gonna throw his body into the hole. Can you say hi to people, please? Come here. Oh, that's a good boy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just got leopard gecko around a week ago. Oh, yeah, it's gonna take time. Typically within the first 2 weeks, you want to let them just chill. You don't even really want to bother getting them to interact. Would you consider getting a pet bird? Yes, but I don't want one right now. And you said 2 grid or 3 grid. I don't know if you mean like, do I prefer it 2 cages or 3 cages, but I definitely prefer 3. I wish I had 4, and instead of going all the way up, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, if that makes sense. So it'd be the height of 2, and then also as wide as 2. Sorry, I'm so like, I need to wake myself up. How do you get a Leo to gain weight? Mine hasn't in a month, and she's 10 months. Well, she's probably going to be slowing down in terms of weight gain because she's 10 months old now, and weight gain has probably been really rapid for you. Well, for your gecko, I mean. But I wouldn't be too worried about it as long as she's not, like, losing weight. A question about if want to own reptile, what for starter. I don't really believe in a starter reptile because there's some people who are just going to go all out for their first reptile and could handle a more advanced species, and then there's some people who, want to start out with something that's considered easier. Some people struggle with leopard geckos, some people have an easier time with larger reptiles that are more advanced, so The typical starters that you see are like leopard gecko, crested gecko, bearded dragon. However, I don't believe bearded dragons are a beginner reptile. In fact, I talk about that in my bearded dragon care video, which I'm still editing. Oh my god, it's a beast of a video, and I'm so tired lately that like whenever I start to edit it, I just immediately fall asleep. My own voice just puts me straight out. So that's why there's no video today, and I decided to do a live stream instead because I just could not finish editing it. It's a lot. It's like 2 hours long. So how's Neville? Neville has been under the earth. Neville has been chilling since like spring. She hasn't decided to come back out yet, and I just checked on her last week, or maybe it was like this week, but like towards the beginning of the week. It's been a few days now since I've checked on her. And then I checked on her 3 weeks ago, and she's been fine both times, but she's gone right back down into the dirt. So it's the first year she's ever done this. She's gone down before, but like she's always come back up when it gets warmer out, and now it's warm and she's like, peace out, I'm staying. And it's not like the enclosure's too warm or anything. So I don't know. Oh no. Hi, my first time catching a live rat birdie here. Started watching you before I became one. Oh wow. Well, that's cool. I never really think about the fact that I post rat videos. I post them so infrequently. People ask for more. I don't know what to post. My rats are old. And, like, I feel like there's so many other better rat videos out there, or, like, rat YouTubers. So, I just don't feel, like, I don't know, comfortable posting them, which is kind of weird because I've actually kept rats longer than reptiles, but beardies take a lot of care. They're omnivores and require a balanced diet. On top of that, they need their UVB and basking bulbs change every 6 months, I believe. They have one of the best personalities. Same, I love bearded dragon personalities. Dirt Girl Summer, that is what Neville's all about. What age can you usually tell what gender your leopard gecko is? Typically, it can be around like 40 grams, you'll notice, like 40 grams in size, or 6 months. Sometimes it can be sooner if the leopard gecko grows faster. How are you doing? Of course, I'm going to ask about my loves. Excuse me, I'm just tired. But they are doing well. They have feeding night tonight, so they're certainly going to enjoy that. Nothing new about them, you know, they're just leopard geckos just kicking it. Sorry, that's me playing with a frisbee on the ground. Jackson's toy bin is underneath the desk, so sometimes I just like play with the frisbee with my feet and like pop the center of it out, so I shouldn't be doing that live, but I got distracted. Favorite pet/reptile YouTuber? To be completely honest, I don't watch pet YouTube that often. There's people who are like way bigger than I am and I have no idea who they are, and then one day someone brings up their name and I'm like, I never watched pet YouTube before getting into pet YouTube, and now if I do watch someone, it's just because they're friends of mine. So I watch Leopard Gecko Talk, I watch Emmyology, or is it Emmy's World? Oh my god, I've known her since before, so she's had 2 names. And who else do I watch? Oh, I like watching Serpa Design. I don't know him personally, but I just think his builds are amazing, so I watch him for builds. Sometimes I'll check out my friend Bree. Oh, but she doesn't have her own channel. Sometimes she'll feature on mics. But yeah, I just don't watch that many YouTubers. Like, well, not pet YouTubers. I like to watch a lot of like people who cover like movies or television shows. So I watch a lot of like New Rockstars and Emergency Awesome. I watched a lot of Jenna Marbles before she left. She was my OG, like the person I watched the longest. I like to watch like longer YouTube videos. I don't know. I don't watch pet YouTube. I like a lot of pet YouTubers. Like, I'll follow them on social media. I don't watch pet YouTube though. I didn't even know pet YouTube was a thing until I became well part of pet YouTube. Like, I was posting on YouTube simply because Instagram wouldn't allow you to post videos back then. And then I was on Twitter and I was like, I guess I should probably take YouTube seriously and like become part of the community, because at that point, without even doing anything, I had already attained like 1,000 subscribers, and I had one video that got like 30,000 views, and I was like, I haven't even been trying. I was like, maybe I should try, and it wasn't monetized either. This is back before you had to like have a certain amount to be able to be monetized. But yeah, there wasn't enough like features on Instagram, like people wanted to see longer type of content, so I was like, okay, I'll put out longer type of content, not even thinking about it, and then I guess became part of the pet community I didn't even know existed at the time. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely people that I've become friends with, but I still don't really watch YouTube content in terms of pet stuff, unless it's something that like everybody's talking about and now I'm like, okay, I should probably know what this is, then I'll check it out, or if they mention me or something like that, then I'll check it out. But literally one of my leopards just staring me, giving me a death stare. Beauty should be in enclosures bigger than 4x2x2. I agree with that. I think that's true. Oh no. Let's see if I missed any more comments. What are some rat toys you recommend? Let's take a look. So I have this rope bridge here. I like that. I like hammocks. I like ropes, like if you have a dog rope, a really long one. I don't know if you can see it at this angle. Maybe it's higher up. My old rat cage design had 2 big long dog ropes, and they were the snake bites one, snake something. They look kind of like a snake, but they're really tough dog ropes, and they come in really big sizes. And when you string them from end to end in the Critter Nation cage, they are perfect. They literally traverse the whole cage, and they're nice and stable for rats to run on, so I liked those. But yeah. Anything that's like rope bridges and stuff like that. I made it to another live stream. Hello! I wish I could share this on Instagram, but the thing doesn't let you add stories from your computer. Imagine having 2 Leos, 1 Beardy, 2 white tree frogs, and 2 saltwater reef tanks. Imagine having 32 leopard geckos, 2 beta dragons, 1 Uromastyx, 1 fire skink, 1 red-eyed crocodile skink, 1 Peter's banded skink, 2 axolotls, 4 crested geckos, a Leachianus gecko, 2 rats, a dog, 3 African fat-tailed geckos, a garter snake, 4 white tree frogs, 6 yellow-bellied toads, 2 fire-bellied toads, a chubby frog, a tomato frog. What else am I missing? A tiger salamander, a Chinese cave gecko. I think I got everybody. Imagine having that. Also, my fiance's, who I take care of, he's got a blue-tongued skink, 5 crested geckos, and a gargle gecko. So, imagine that. It's a lot. Garter snake. Yeah, I have a garter snake. You should check out that video. I'm not into snakes that eat rodents, so I spent a long time trying to get a garter snake, a pet only one, not a pet only, but I didn't want to buy from a breeder. You know, that's my normal thing. When it comes to getting reptiles, I like to get them from situations of rehoming and adoption. And it was a really sad situation. I got 2 snakes. One of them was actually came to me sickly. And it was like a 10-gram snake, so super tiny. Had to have injections. We had to inject this 10-gram snake. Yeah, it was a lot. But he made a full recovery, and then he passed away after his vet visit, where he got the A-OK, and we found out he was a boy and everything. It was horrible. It was literally like January of this year that he passed away. So I had him for a few months, and he just passed away on me randomly. And I know that garter snakes are part of a family of snakes that tend to pass away at random, especially when they're younger, and he was still relatively young. But yeah, it was horrible. And especially since like I did everything I could to heal him. He got better, his scales looked better, he was growing, he was eating well, and then just randomly one day I checked on him and he was gone. I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, that was really unfortunate, and ever since then I've been looking for tank mates for Mikasa, who is my female garter snake, and I have reached out to, I don't know, probably like 15 people. to get a female garter snake, and they either sell really fast or they don't have any pet only, or I can't find any for adoption and rehoming, I'm probably gonna end up having to go through a breeder. But I really do want another female garter snake to house with Mikasa. I don't want a male because I don't want babies. I really do not need babies, you know, on my hands. Like, I'm good. But yeah, I do have a garter snake, and her name's Mikasa, and she's lovely even though she hates me. It's really funny because the snake that actually really liked me and was out all the time and was so interactive was the one that passed away. Let's see. It was sad, that video. I know that video, ugh, it hurt me to make. Bruh, just 10 reptiles is overwhelming at times for me. Yeah, I think my number is at 68. I'm not entirely sure. But, like, it sounds like a lot, but, like, there's, like, 8 of them, the frogs, live in one enclosure. You know what I mean? And, like, 32 of them are the same species and have pretty similar care. So, like, I feel like it'd be a lot of work if it was, like, a lot of bigger reptiles or a lot of, like, harder to keep reptiles. Can you get out a rat? No, they're both asleep right now. They're older boys, and they really spend a lot of time snoozing. In fact, their brother just passed away a couple weeks ago, so I'm gonna let them chill. Grass snake that's wild caught for a 1.5 M bioactive? You mean 1.5 meter? Is it possible for non-enigmas to have mental issues? Okay, it wouldn't be considered mental, it'd be considered like neurological. Mental is not, it's not the right word to use. And yes, it is definitely possible for non-enigmas. You can have a gecko that has white and yellow syndrome, you can have a gecko that has brain damage, that has bad genetics. You can have, it can come from metabolic bone disease or lack of calcium. It can come from vision issues, although with vision issues it's not going to be neurological, it's just going to look neurological. And also some people will just see something like a bit quirky that their gecko does and label that as a neurological issue. I had someone message me the other day because their gecko was like flopping over a bit, and I said, I think it's because your gecko is uncomfortable, because I could tell in the video they sent me. Their gecko like has like a larger abdomen, and I think that either it's like got eggs or it's just like a bit overweight, and so it's kind of uncomfy, and so when it's being handled it just kind of stiffens up. So you are a good human, you really take care of your pets well. I mean, that's the one thing I got going, you know what I mean? I gotta take care of my pets. My Leo named Leonardo the gecko has eyesight problems. Yeah, it's pretty common, I think, in leopard geckos. Have you finished AOT? I won't spoil anything just in case, but it's one of my favorite animes. Who's your favorite character? Okay, I did finish the manga. I haven't finished the anime because obviously that hasn't aired all the way, but I have seen what has aired. And I also read the additional ending chapters, like there was like 9 panels or something. I read those too. I think I've got to say Mikasa has been my favorite character. I wish we got to see more of her character outside of Eren, personally. But I love her. I also, to be fair, what I love about Attack on Titan is that I don't care as much about the protagonist as I do the side characters. There were so many good side characters that you could really care about, you know, and I really vibe with that. The end of Game of Thrones, though. Why do you always do this? Why do people always bring this up on my live stream? I cannot talk about Game of Thrones. I saw something relating to Game of Thrones yesterday, and I just felt it. I was like, I got all, you know, I cannot. I need George R.R. Martin to finish those books. I need to read them. I only have 2 of them, I think. Where's mine? I have 2 of them. My female Leo isn't eating, and I think she's ovulating, but I'm worried she's egg-bound. Any tips? You'd notice if she was egg-bound, her abdomen will be particularly, oh my god, I'm so struggling right now, will be particularly full and firm. You'll be able to see eggs clear through her skin, and she'll be noticeably uncomfortable. If you think she's egg-bound, I recommend upping her calcium and taking her to the vet. We have learned so much from you, just wanted to say thank you. And I thank you for being here. I love helping people. Let's see if I miss anything else. When do female leopard geckos normally start ovulating? That would be like, do you mean when they start in the year? Or do you mean when do they start in their lifetime? Oh no, don't keep falling. I don't know why I just did an accent. That's something about me that you wouldn't see on this channel, but like in my day-to-day life, I randomly just start talking in accents, so. I can't see eggs, but she is very chunky. She could just be overweight, or she could have follicle stasis, which is where ovarian follicles do not reabsorb back into the body, and that would also require a vet visit. Can you get out a rat? No, like I said, my rats are old and I'm going to let them chill, especially since just a few weeks ago their brother died, so they're like sleeping right now. I'm not going to wake them up to be out. My favorite character is Zeke. Oh, interesting. He is one of those characters that you either love or you just can't stand. And like for me, Zeke, I don't care about him. I couldn't. I like him as a character, but he's not like a favorite for me. One of the very few characters that have facial hair. Take the tiger salamander out. I cannot because Neville is buried in the dirt at the very bottom of her enclosure, so she's going to be staying where she is. I don't know if I'm going to be getting any pets, so if that bothers you, you might want to hop off, hop off the stream, just because I don't think I'm getting anybody out today. Should I get, oh no, should I get a wild grass snake for a 1.5 meter bioactive vivarium? Only snake I can get in my country. No one sells snakes here, only ball pythons, but I can't get one because my mom says they're big. I don't know. It's your pet, you have to make that call on your own. Ever consider keeping tarantulas? No. They're cool, but no. Hey, sorry I'm late. No worries, you're not late, you have arrived just on time. Oh, for anyone watching Loki, did you guys see that they are releasing alligator Loki Funko Pops? I don't know if anybody's interested in those. I just saw my Bulbasaur one and thought about it, but I need to get one. I'm obsessed with alligator Loki. Or Loki Gator. Open. I have my live stream open so I can read the comments here, so I don't have to scroll through the screen, and yeah, I keep doing that. What's your opinion on black and white tegus? Love them. I'd love to have one someday. I'm going to look at over here so I don't keep touching the screen. Thank you for the answer. Must go to sleep. Oh, have a good sleep. I would like to sleep right now. Do geckos get bored in their enclosures? I'm sure they do. I'm sure that if you don't provide enough enrichment, they do. What's your favorite MCU series? Oh, like the TV series between like WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki? Is that what you're asking? Do brown anoles like dried worm? I recommend feeding live insects, personally. I have a bearded dragon named Rango, and he's the best lizard ever. It sounds like he is. How are your beardy? I have one named Rango. Both my beardies are good. One of my beardies actually went viral on TikTok, and the video's almost at 1 million views, so that's pretty nice. I've been posting on TikTok for ages, waiting for one to blow up, like properly blow up, and I've never got one that blew up above 100,000, and I was like, this better be it. This better be the one. Unfortunately, it finally happened. When do female leopard geckos start ovulating in their lifetime? When they are about a year old and on is when they will ovulate. However, some geckos will ovulate younger if they were like born later in the season, or born early in the season and like are enough weight to ovulate. So like for example, Egret was like 9 months old when she started ovulating, or maybe even 10 months. And she was an appropriate weight, so she started ovulating. And she laid eggs, which is just, thanks. For the longest while, I've wanted to get an emerald basilisk, but apparently they need a lot of space in their enclosure. Is that true? I don't know anything about them, but I imagine probably yes. What's your dream reptile? At this point, it is a legless lizard. That's been on my list for a while now, and I haven't been able to find one for rehoming. Good for you for not disrupting your sleeping pets. Thank you. I know it's annoying and people would like a reptile to look at, but like they're all chilling. Like it's too bright outside for the leopard geckos to be awake yet, and I'm not going to dig up Neville. So do you know how often 1-year-old leopard geckos shed? Probably once a month, maybe twice a month. It just depends on how much they're eating and if they're still growing. Yay for legless lizards. I know. I love them. I've been looking. Probably just as long as I was looking for a Peter's banded skink, I was looking for a legless lizard. Sorry, I have a hiccup. If you could only keep one of your reptiles, who would you keep? I don't think I could choose, honestly. I always say I could choose Jackson, who's my dog, over all the other animals because, like, he's my whole heart and soul. And I would choose him in a heartbeat over literally anything. But, like, to choose one of the reptiles over all the rest, I don't think I could do that. Have you ever heard of a checkerboard worm lizard? That's the only lizard I want now besides my Leo. I have not. I love frogs. Same. Has Nova ever had any health problems? Because I've heard zeros tend to have health problems. She has had irritated gums. Like, randomly she would get irritated gums, and I'd have to, like, use this, like, 50%, like, disinfectant, 50% water solution or whatever, and rub it on her gums. And then because, like, I would see her leave her mouth open the tiniest bit. Not, like, gaping, but, like, just the tiniest bit. And I actually, like, saw another zero on Instagram and reached out to them, and I saw them doing that little mouth thing, and I was like, hey, why does your zero do that? Mine does it too, and, like, this is my experience with it. They were like, I don't know, it's something she's always done. I was like, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of any other health issues, and I personally haven't had any with Nova except her needing to have her gums rubbed down with that stuff. Like, pretty much at first it was like I did it for once a week, and then now I'm down to, like, once a month. I love your fire belly frogs. I watched your video today. How expensive was it to buy all the supplies? Not cheap. Not cheap. Plants are expensive. Building supplies are expensive. Cork. Oh my god, cork is really expensive right now. Gross. I don't know why it's so expensive all of a sudden. Like, just for a reference, one place where cork is sold in, like, single pieces is Petco. And it used to be $6 for a cork round. It's now $10. It used to be $10 or $12 for a flat, and it's now almost $20. So yeah, nope, thanks. What was your first reptile? A crested gecko named Ree, who I still have. Have you ever thought about getting a scorpion? I have not. Can juvenile leopard geckos live with adults? No, they cannot. That would be Tywin, I think. What would be Tywin? Oh, that's okay, you have to go. Don't worry about it. Thank you for being here. I agree, seems pricey. Yes, expensive. And I'm about to spend a few $100s on this type of cork because I have to build 5 enclosures, 4 for my crested geckos and 1 for my Leachianus. I'm glad I did my enclosure upgrade last year. The jump in prices is wild. Yes, yes. Hello, how are you doing? Bro, reptiles be expensive, literally. Literally. I haven't spent anything on them in the past, like, month. I've just been, like, paying bills and stuff, you know, boring stuff. And, like, I'm itching to get to building enclosures again, but I'm not itching to spend the monies. All lumber has gone up in price due to the illness. I guess cork is no exception. Yeah, it didn't go up, like, with lumber, though. Like, it just went up randomly about, like, a month or two ago. So I don't know what that's about. What is your opinion on leatherback morph beta dragons? Would you want to have one? Actually, Franklin is a leatherback, so I do have a leatherback. I personally, like, I just found Franklin from a situation of rehoming, and his morph was completely irrelevant to me. I wouldn't get a silkback. Not unless, like, of course I would if it was, like, a situation of rescue or rehoming, but, like, wouldn't suggest getting a silkback, if that makes sense, just because of the issues that silkbacks can have. I live right by the Mississippi, free driftwood. That's lovely. I do not, so. And when I go to Lake Michigan, all the driftwood is gone, so. Where it's really, really big, and I can't fit it in an enclosure. So, I did collect driftwood from Lake Michigan once, and I still have it, so. Your rooms look so pretty. Oh, thanks. I'm still working on it. I've got Fugaku back there, rat cage over here, and then some cute shelves. I'll show you this as long as you promise, and you gotta tell me in the chat, you promise you're not gonna make fun of me because my bed is not made. You can see part of it not being made there, but I don't make my bed. I find that irrelevant. I just throw everything on it. So if you pinky promise not to make fun of me, I'll show you guys my cool crystal shelves. Yeah, my bed is never made. I cannot be bothered. My whole life, I've never made my bed. I live right across the street from Michigan. I'm in Indiana, but super close. Because leatherbacks and silkbacks are man-made breeds, they tend to have bad health issues. Yeah, Franklin has a gastrointestinal tumor, and he's a leatherback, so. What are some of your favorite and easy to take care of live plants on tanks? Pothos is the number one at the top. Pothos is currently sitting on an unmade bed. Okay, I'll answer this question, then I'll show you guys. Pothos, super easy to take care of. Anything philodendron or philodendron, however you pronounce it, is super easy to take care of. What else? What else? Let me look around. Pelea has been chilling pretty well in my enclosures. I'm trying to think of what else I have. I think it's just those three that I kind of put throughout my enclosures, but I'd have to think about it and take a look. Okay, so that is my crystal shelf. In fact, let's just walk over there. I need a light though, because you guys aren't gonna be able to see. Huzzah! My crystal shelf. So it's obviously it's the moon phase, which, you know, I think speaks for itself. This is not all set up yet. These are just kind of sitting here because I still need to figure out where to put everything. But yeah, this is my crystal shelves. I'm very much into crystals lately, and since the beginning of the year. I have a second channel which is called Just Jessica, and it's linked at the bottom of all my videos. But that's where you can see me do crystal unboxings and crystal hauls and stuff like that. But yeah, they're so cute, and they're right above my bed. That's my bed, and this is my my grandma's antique mirror. She's no longer alive, so, but it's her mirror that I have. And then here's some other shelves I have. I'm going to be getting a third one to go here, so it goes doop, doop, doop. And my alligator Loki is going to go on that one. But yeah, and I also repainted my room green recently. And then back here, let me get down off the bed. Back here is a mess because it's a reptile rack that's currently in work. So yeah, and my yellow chair. But yeah, just, oh, I can show you my desk is messy. Again, people, be pinky promising not to be picking on me here. But so here's some plants. Da-da-da-da. And my desk. And my dog! Oh, my axolotls are over here too. But here's my dog. Hi, Dixon. But yeah, so my room has been, like, recently, like, redone. I think you should recognize it, especially since you saw it earlier today. How's it going? I had a nice nap. After our chat. Hey, Dixon, you wanna come up here? Come here. Come on, up. Very good, dog. My ZZ plant has been growing wild. Yeah, this one has just taken off. Come see the axolotls. You can see Ron's butt, and you can see Harry, because where I'm sitting, you're not going to be able to see them that well. But I can show you celebrity in the chat. Hold on. Turn around. Okay, so here, that's Harry, the axolotl. And then over there is Ron, but again, he's all the way down there, so you're not going to be able to see him that well. Turn around. Ay. You can see all my many browsers for shopping for my reptile supplies. Jackson, can you get down, please? Hi, honey. Get down, son. Oh my god. Jax. Here. There you go. Yeah, axolotls are great. I've actually kept axolotls longer than I've kept reptiles, too. Wait. Longer than I've kept leopard geckos. I had a bearded dragon and a crested gecko before I got my first axolotl. Do you want your frisbee? Here. If it gets loud, it's because my dog is getting into his toy box. There you go. Anyway. Yeah, he's a lovely, lovely boy. Celebrity in the chat. I love that. Sorry, I'm playing with a frisbee with my feet again. Rest in peace, Grandma. Give my respect. Yeah, she died in like 2004, so it's been a minute. But yeah, that's my room. I've been putting a lot of work into it. The pet room needs some work too, but I have the reptiles that are going to go on that rack over there are the crested geckos, and I'm also going to be moving like pretty much all the reptiles that aren't Aaron's crested geckos and my leopard geckos into this room once the rats pass away, so that I can make room for leopard gecko upgrades. So that's what that's currently what I'm working on here with the room. The axolotls will get moved to behind me. He'll get moved over here, and then a whole rack is going to take this place, and we'll have all the crested geckos will be on there except Aaron's, which are still going to be in that room. And then Shikaku, my Peter's banded skink, Roku, my fire skink, and I can't remember what else, but pretty much everything's going to come in here except the white street frogs, because their enclosure is too massive. They're staying where they are. But they're actually in a bin right now because their enclosure is getting worked on. I want an axolotl so bad, but my parents say I have too many pets, so one day maybe. They're good pets. They're just kind of like a lot of work. Anything that's in water is a lot of work. I wish it were legal to keep dubias in Canada. Crickets stink. Yeah, I feel bad about. I feel so bad for you about that one. I love having dubia roaches. It's a lot easier. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to start working on these enclosures because I have literally 4 brand new empty Exoterras out of the box. My dog's chewing on a Frisbee. Sitting in my garage waiting to be worked on. Do you have any tips for me about getting an axolotl? Or anything else? No, I don't use a water cooler. I use fans to lower the water and the axolotl temperature. Lower the temperature of the axolotl water. Yes, tips for keeping axolotls. Go bigger than the minimum. Keep up with your water changes. Make sure the water's cool enough, which, like, some people will say, like, 68 is cool enough. Go lower than 68. What else? Make sure you provide them with a hide, and don't make the enclosure so boring that it's just, like, a hide, and that's it. People will say don't use substrate. I disagree with that. I think you can definitely use substrate. Just make sure you choose a really fine sand. You don't want to use gravel. What else? Make sure you feed them night crawlers and you feed them pellets. I do both. Although people just feed them night crawlers, but I think pellets and night crawlers is a better combination. What else? I don't recommend co-having them. I've seen way too many axolotls rip one of the other axolotl's limbs off by accident, or a gill or whatever, and it's just not worth the headache, so I keep mine separate. Ron is in a 40-gallon breeder. Harry is in a 29-gallon. Both of those are above the minimum, but the reason I have Harry in a smaller one is because Harry is literally half the size of Ron. I always wanted an axolotl when I was younger, but after looking after fish, I'm so glad I didn't get one. There's so much work, honestly. Aaron was literally just asking me the other day, because I was talking about how old Ronald's getting, because I've had Ron since 2015, and he was a couple years old when I got him. I said, I'm not going to get another axolotl, and he's like, why not? I'm like, it's too much work. It's too much work. Like, I want to try something else, you know what I mean? Something that maybe is, like, partially aquatic, but not all the way. But I love having axolotls. It's just... So it's a lot of work. Thanks, I love your channel all the way. Oh, thanks so much. I'm about to buy a leopard gecko in a month. I'm so excited. You should be excited. Leopard geckos are lovely. I have plants to help with the bioload. Yeah, but I don't keep a light on my axolotl tanks, so I can't get anything to stay alive and, like, grow properly. So I just have fake plants in there. I have a little light on my axolotl tank that's below... on Harry's tank, which is below Ron's, just so I can see what I'm doing when I do water changes, but it's not enough to help plants grow. They don't have eyelids, so they can't close their eyes, and they don't live in very bright situations in the wild, so I'm trying to replicate the little dark murkiness that they live in, so I don't have any bright lights on them. But I do like to use live plants in, like, my paludarium, like my fire-bellied toad, yellow-bellied toad paludarium, for example. Axolotls are good. They're good pets. They're just a lot of work. What are your thoughts on the 55-gallon low boy tanks? They're cool looking for sure. I haven't seen any in person. Do you know where they're sold? Because I have not seen any. Is that a cat in a box? That is so cute. Hi, how you doing? We're just having a nice chat. I love the cat in the box. That is so cute. How have we been going for 40 minutes already? Oh my god. I love love these little emojis. Where are you guys finding them? Maybe I should leave one. Can I leave one? Oh, I can leave one of my own in the chat. You guys don't have access to these yet. See, we got Fugaku, Renly, Reigo, and Roku in the chat. You see that? I can't find them anywhere. I've been looking for a while. They're in the little emojis, and you have to scroll down. Yeah. Oh, my computer's lagging. Well, those look nice. Thank you. I'm still not like sure if I want to do the like membership thing on YouTube. I have a Patreon already, but like I don't know if I want to close the Patreon to open a YouTube membership or if I should just keep both of them open. So I started out like I prepared it, right, so that I could launch it and people would have access to these emojis and more once I have access to more of them. But yeah, I just haven't gone all the way through with it yet. Maybe I just should do it though. What is your opinion on DP projectors for leopard geckos? I use one. That's the direction I'm going with my leopard geckos. I currently have one leopard gecko with a DP projector, and hopefully by the end of this year I will have like 11 or 12 geckos that have DP projectors. The ones that are not going to have DP projectors are just more like special needs reptiles that are going to be staying in like smaller type of enclosures. I love the cat in the box. So cute. I'm gonna leave mine again. Oh, I also have some merch coming out soon-ish. That'll be Tywin. My friend May actually drew Tywin and some cacti. It's really cute looking, and I asked her if I could use it for merch, and she said yeah. And then we're also gonna work on a logo together. So that'll be funsies. And whatever that turns out to be, I'll also make as an emoji if I ever go through with making the membership. What do you guys think? Like, would you sign up to be a member? Do you know what that is? I don't know if a lot of people on YouTube use it. I'm only part of one membership on YouTube, and that's H3H3. That was just so I can get podcasts early. I absolutely love your merch, the skink in particular. Yeah, I actually had a few people buy the skink because it went, my TikTok that went viral, I was wearing my skink shirt and it's like bleach dyed around the corners. Patreon is better than YouTube membership. YouTube is a little glitchy and I don't have many. Yeah, that's my worry, is like I'll do it and then it's gonna be like 2 people. Like one of the perks people offer is like a live stream just for you, like members, and I'm like, oh yeah, because I'll be sitting by myself because no one's gonna come to that membership. No one's gonna come to that live stream. I have such few like people that currently, like, I have patrons, right, and I'll post a video there early and only like 2 people watch it. So I'm like, if I did a live stream, I would be sitting by myself. So I can't really offer that as a benefit yet until I have more people. When did you get your first leopard gecko? July 1st, 2015. It was Fritz, and he was adopted from Happy Gecko Rescue. I'm on Patreon and will probably also be a member. Oh, thanks! Yeah, I like the whole, like, you can have the emojis. Like, I think that's fun. Or you get like a special little tag by your name that says you're a member. Like, I think that stuff's cute. You should make a band tour style shirt with a name, with the name of all your pets on the back. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Let me write that down. Where's my pen? Although, it changes so frequently. You'd get one and then like 2 months later you'd have to like write in a new name. There's a navy blue dot on my gecko's belly. Should I be worried? No, that's probably just their organ. How do you make the decision to keep geckos with special needs? It was something I kind of did over time. So like, when I first got into keeping like exotics, a rat, for example, would be an exotic, but some people don't consider that an exotic. But I had a rat, I had a bearded dragon, I had a crested gecko, and I had an axolotl. And I was sharing them on Instagram. And back then, the Instagram pet community was mostly breeders. And so I would see a lot of like leopard gecko breeders. But there was one account that isn't there anymore and hasn't been for years. And they were just posting their pets. And they had rescued ones. So they had one that had like a deformed face. They had one that didn't have toes, like pretty much all of its toes were gone on one foot. And their names were like Meeps and Toes was the names of the two geckos. And I had never seen leopard geckos in that light before. I had never seen them in like needing rescue and needing to be like, or having special needs. I had never seen them like that. Then they also took in a bunch of geckos from a breeder who was no longer going to be breeding. They also had some that had neurological issues. And so they were like rehoming them to people, and that's where I actually got Fritz from. I got Fritz from the Happy Gecko Rescue website they set up, and then Fritz was shipped out to me. And then they deleted their Instagram not too long after. I don't know what happened. I heard a rumor that the leopard geckos had all got crypto and passed away. But I don't know. They've been absolutely absent. But I'd love to like thank them, because the reason that I had the leopard gecko bookshelves and the reason that I started to really get into special needs leopard geckos in the first place was because of them. So once I was introduced to that, I realized how many leopard geckos in the community there were that like that were going to come from breeders, right? Like those ones were the special needs ones. Typically when you get like a leopard gecko off of Craigslist, it's not as much special needs as it is like just needing to be rescued or just needing a proper rehome or whatever. So I would do that. So like I had Fritz, he was from Happy Gecko Rescue, and then Renly and Eamon both came from Craigslist, and then Brienne and Varys came from Craigslist. And after I had done that, I was like, the next step, like I felt confident into being able to take care of them. I was like, I want to get some, like I want to start getting into special needs ones. I found Marcella, who had Enigma syndrome. I found Eddard, who had Enigma syndrome. I found Merlin, who was listed as having Enigma syndrome. However, I don't think he has Enigma syndrome as much as he just... Excuse you! Excuse you! You see this? You see this hole? You see that? You see this? My dog started ripping up Aaron's teddy bear! Excuse you! You want to rip up something that bad? You have a toy box! I'm so sorry, Bear. It's just your hoodie, though. So sorry about your life. Okay, anyways, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You probably thought it was your toy because it fell on the ground, but it's not. Here, you want to chew something? Chew this. Go ahead. That's going to have to do it. Okay. That's going to have to do it. Jackson, just do it. I was trying to talk to people. Here. Chew this. Look, you like this. Yes, just rip the stuffing out. That's all you want to do. Go ahead. Sorry for the disruption. Mods. I don't have a mod. Is there something that happened bad in the chat? Did I miss it? Okay, so, back to what I was saying. I got into special needs leopard geckos that way, through seeing them on Instagram, and then I realized just how many there were, like, especially because people are still breeding Enigma and problematic white and yellows, and, you know, just, or having geckos that are born out with eye defects, or any sort of facial deformity, or a bodily deformity. But yeah, there's just tons of them. There's tons of leopard geckos that are in population that have issues that need to be taken care of a little bit special, or given a pet-only home where they won't be bred. That's something else that you'll hear me say, like, this gecko is pet-only. Basically means that it cannot be bred, and so people, like breeders in particular, will look for homes that will not be breeding them, like it's just going to be kept as a pet. And that's another way that I have been able to get a lot of leopard geckos that are a little bit different, special needs, or disabled in some way. So, that was my very long-winded answer. It's been 49 minutes. I have to go in like 10-ish minutes, so if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. While Jackson chews the toy that's actually his. I just realized that what I'm looking at on my phone is flipped on my computer. I cannot stand that. I wish it would just look the way I saw it. Have you ever had to give any of your leopard geckos eye drops? Yes. Are you looking for tips? It's not too challenging. How long has one of your geckos gone without eating? Like 2 months or longer, maybe 3 months. What's the minimum for a tiny baby Leo? What do you mean, what's the minimum? Like minimum price, minimum enclosure? How often do you weigh your leopard geckos? I used to weigh them a lot, but like once you get really like used to the fact that leopard geckos will, especially girls, will drop weight, gain weight, like pretty regularly around the same cycle every year, I just don't weigh them as much anymore. Tips would be great. Okay. Hold on, what's the hardest part of keeping Leos? Probably the fact that when I first got into keeping leopard geckos, having a 10-gallon was the minimum and it was acceptable. That was just a few years ago, and now it's acceptable to, or it's not only acceptable, it's kind of like wanted to have even bigger. And I did not know back when I was getting leopard geckos that I would have this many and that they would need, that I would want to give more and more space to them. And that has put me in a tough position because I don't have as much space as I would have liked. Yeah, I wish I had foreseen that, like, an upgrade wouldn't be like a 10 to a 20 gallon or like this size gecko bookshelf to this size gecko bookshelf. It would be literally like giving all of my leopard geckos what some people say the minimum for a bearded dragon is. Giving them a 3D wrap background, giving them UVB, giving them DP projector, giving them substrate. Like, I wish I could have foreseen that's where my mind would be at. I don't know if it'd change anything because I really hate saying no when people ask me to take their leopard geckos. I've said no plenty of times, but I absolutely hate it. But I wish I had foreseen that, yes, because there's not a whole lot of space, and I have been playing Tetris with my enclosures, like mapping them out on a piece of paper for the past, like, 4 months, trying to figure out where to put everything and make sure everybody gets upgraded. So, that's, I guess, like, the hardest part of keeping Leos for me, would just be being able to give them all exactly what I want to give them with the space that I have. And the resources that I have. Not that they're in any sort of dire situation now, right? They're all in like 3-foot long enclosures, but I want to do more. And I've been able to do that with all my other species, but because I have so many leopard geckos, that's been the challenge. Let's see. Tips would be great for giving eye drops. Okay, so basically, I don't know if you're giving eye drops like liquid or if you're giving like terramycin, which is like a more of a gel consistency, but essentially just do it as like quick as possible without being like messy about it. Like, you don't want to like fuss over your gecko and have like shaky, timid hands because they're just going to keep moving. So just be confident when you're going in to do it, and just like hold your gecko in your hand and maybe like hold their head and their jaw on this finger and then tilt their head a little bit. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, then like put them on your, it's going to sound funny, but put them on your knee, and then you can get close to their face without holding their head still. If like you put them on your knee and you sit your knees up like right in front of you. Or put them on like a little table or something. But good luck. It's not challenging once you get used to it, but it can be a little jarring at first. What's the eye issue, if you don't mind me asking? Let's see, I missed some. And I meant maximum. Do you mean, what's the maximum size for a baby? Is that what you're asking? Maximum enclosure size? Well, to be fair, as long as you fill it up properly, and you have, like, the proper heat gradient, you have a lot of decor to make them feel safe, then you should be fine giving them, like, a large amount of space. However, like a 10-gallon, 20-gallon, plenty of people have kept babies in them just fine. I love your videos and all your wonderful pets. Thank you. Okay. I want a light for my leopard gecko, but I don't want one that will give off heat, so just light. What kind? You can do LED. Love your cute Leos, by the way. Thank you. Why does my juvenile gecko not eat from his bowl? Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he'd rather hunt them because it's more exciting, or maybe he'd rather eat off of tongs. Should I buy a small gallon tank for a baby leopard gecko and when some time pass upgrade it something bigger? I've always kept my babies in, except when they're in quarantine, in sizes that adults are in, and it hasn't been an issue. That of course is going to change if like the baby is particularly jumpy, or if they've had illness, or if they have neurological issues, but you should be fine. Minnie is so used to eye drops that she doesn't even flinch. Yeah, probably. Happy Friday. I love watching all your videos. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love your videos, and I read that already. That's how I feel about my axolotl. I'm subscribed to Leopard Gecko and Jessica. I know. I always tell her, I'm like, literally anytime I post like a video, if there's even like a mention of you in the comments or in the video or something, people are like, oh my god, oh my god. Someone once commented that, like, what did they say exactly? I'm the Leopard Gecko queen, but she's the Leopard Gecko goddess. I'm like, okay, that's high praise, high praise. Hello, love your videos. Thank you. They've helped me so much. Well, I'm glad. That's the goal. What's up, JB? You come here? You come up here? I got to you and Leopard Gecko for advice and tips you all the best. Oh, thank you. Come on, Jackson. Jackson, come. Don't forget the boxing match. Oh, that's funny. Come here, Jackson. Come. Oh my god, Jackson. Just jump already. Yes, I know. Eco Earth Girl versus Jess. What would I be known as, though? I'm trying to think of what I got the most, like, crap for. I don't know. Maybe not offering substrate. I got crap for not offering substrate. Come here. Even though I offer it now. Come on, Jackson. Go. Jump. Jump. Come on, you can do it. Jump. Do it. Jump. There you are. Goodness gracious. You just need someone to hype you up, huh? Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so handsome. It's a good boy. Oh, denied. Versus bookcase, babe. Oh, goodbye. Are you coming back up now? What's going on? He's so cute. I know. He's just something else. He's something else. He brought me this very abused tennis ball. He's something else. Which means he wants to play. Which means we got a couple more minutes to answer questions, then I gotta go through this outside for him. Yeah. It's a cute doggy Jay. Come here. You can't see him because he's so short. Come on. Jump. Do you want it? Come on. Oh, you're so close. Good job. No, he's laying over there. He likes to tear all the fuzz off of the ball. I don't know why. I can't tell you how many naked tennis balls I have. Like, he just rips the hair off of them over and over. Here's another one. He just rips the hair off. What? Oh, you already got to these. You don't want them. That's why they're still in your box. Because once the hair is gone, he doesn't want them anymore. What? Exactly. You're smelling them and not picking them up. Do you know why that is? They don't have the fuzz. And then he's got some in here that he, like, started on, but he stopped. I'm just like, do you want to pull the fuzzies off or not? That's his favorite thing. He loves to, like, dissect things, which is really gross if you think about where that instinct comes from. But, like, he loves to, like, rip stuffing out of things. He loves to rip the fuzz off of these. Go ahead. You can take it. I'm not going to stop you. You're allowed to chew it. Scalp the ball. I've learned so much from you. Thank you for all your great work. Thank you so much for your appreciation. I have a bulldog puppy. Oh, so cute. Do you have a favorite leopard gecko morph? Maybe Tangerine, Max Snow. Those are usually my go-to answers because there's usually nothing wrong with those morphs. But not Enigma, not Lemon Frost. I'm commenting my emojis again just because it's for funsies. I need to make more of them. So, I'm going to be here for like maybe 2 more minutes. Any more questions? Drop them. I like wild morphs with the jungle pattern like Gizmo. Oh yeah, they're cool for sure. Lemon Frost freaks me out. And like, there are so many of them, it looks so bad. Like, I saw someone selling one. I think it was China. I don't know for sure. but it wasn't in the States, and it was like a super lemon frost, and it had those really short face and the really buggy eyes. Ugh. Let me see if I can find one on my computer and show you. They just look so bad. Like, their eyes don't look right. I don't get why someone would want to breed that. Here, let me just... Ah, Dios mío, I did not mean to do that. Oh, go back. There we go, okay. 1 second. So, like, here's what I mean. They have, like, these buggy eyes and these really short faces. And, like, that's exactly what the gecko looked like the other day. And I was just like, well, it had a different morph, but, like, ugh. That morphs are sadly really common in Japan. It's because they're cheap. And because there's not as much information. I don't know. Have an amazing night. Great seeing you in Jackson again. Hope to chat again soon. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's just like, really? Do we need to breed that? Does that look like it's living a good time? I don't think so. It's 3 a.m. in Greece. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I missed anything. I was thinking on a build, what is the safe thing I can use to waterproof the wood safe for a gecko? I have no idea, to be completely honest. I don't use wood enclosures except for my arid species, and I haven't needed to waterproof them. Gonna go have dinner now. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off too. Thank you everyone for being here. If you have any more questions, drop them really fast. If not, I will see you guys hopefully on Tuesday with a bearded dragon care video that is 2 hours long and is draining my life force to edit. But hopefully I'll have it, you know. Hopefully it'll be done. This was a fun stream. I always love these streams. Can't wait for the next one. I'll try to do them like at least once a week, or hopefully once a week at least. 2 times a month. Peace and love. H3. Makes me think of H3 every time. Alright, bye guys. Oh my gosh, my screen is not reacting. Hello, please react. I'm trying to end the stream. It won't work. Oh my god. Why won't it work? Oh, here we go. And now it's